Hi, this is my review for the movie Reservoir Dogs, and I have to just to get the my main point right off the bat. This is a great movie. As far as Tarantino films go, I would say Pulp Fiction is better, but this is definitely number two, and that's not a bad thing to say because this is still a great movie. And in a lot of ways, it's similar to Pulp Fiction. Even though it came out first. Uh, I think the main thing is that again it follows a bunch of these different characters that they're related to each other but they're not at the same time, and it's just going down this non-linear path where we start off with you know we have this heist gone wrong and we see Mr. Orange is bleeding, Mr. White's helping him out, and then we see all the other characters who are still alive join in, Mr. Pink, Mr. Blonde, Eddie, Joe. And in the same time, we keep going back and seeing, how all the different colors got there. We see how Mr. White, is good friends with Joe and has been for a long time. Mr. Orange is an undercover cop. Mr. Blonde is very loyal to Joe, and Eddie is very loyal to Mr. Blonde. And and again, that's I really love that. But the thing is that I think there's supposedly six guys in this heist. There's Mr. White, Mr. Orange, Mr. Pink, Mr. Blonde, Mr. Brown, and Mr. Blue. Now, we hardly ever see Mr. Brown or Mr. Blue because both of them die. But the thing is that, if you're going to expand on some of these characters, you might as well expand on all these characters. And that's actually my biggest complaint with the movie, and it's like a complaint I've never had with the movie before. This movie should have been longer than what it was. This movie's only about an hour and 40 minutes long. But I feel that, if it was a little bit longer, if you're able to expand more on some of these characters, even the ones that aren't in the movie for that long, I think it makes it that much better. And as for the cast, it's a Tarantino film, and we've already seen a few of these movies. We've seen a few Tarantino movies for the movie club already. And you're beginning to see this trend of a lot of characters who we've seen in these movies, who we've seen in movies before. Tim Roth, Harvey Keitel, Quentin Tarantino. They're all there. Uh, Obviously, Michael Madsen does a good job as this fucking crazy Mr. Blonde. And because of this movie, I'm never going to hear the song Stuck in the Middle with You the same way again. That scene was just fucked up. And that's another good thing is that this keeps you guessing. Is that the scene? Oh my God, Mr. Blonde's about to set the cop on fire, and out of nowhere, there's Mr. Orange who's suddenly not passed out, shooting the shit out of Mr. Blonde. He just leaves you guessing, and you're never sure what's going to happen, and that definitely makes it a lot more fun. I'd give this movie about a 9 out of 10. Obviously, like I said, there are a couple things I do differently with it, but it's still an amazing movie. Definitely go check it out.